Good morning, Dr. Martin. We are Group 3 here to present our Business Analytics Report, PowerPoint on the Jamie Drout's Gender Advertisement Case Study on Beauty Products. So I'll start off with the introduction. My name is Deepak. I'll provide an overview of the objective of this case study, and then I'll also cover the tactics and the benefits of business analytics. And I will also go out through the data structure in terms of the classification of data that we have made for you, as well as a brief introduction on the subsequent tasks that we will be covering in this report. The data used to examine relationship between spenders of Jamie Drout to understand the stereotype and empowerment advertisement. We have used the data and we have analyzed that. So we have also applied business analysis and presented the data using data dashboards, which can be used for business decision. And visualizing the data helps readers to better understand what the data is trying to say. And the results using business analysis tools were also provided. And this would provide confidence in the isolation of target areas to work on or business opportunities. The data used in this project also covers various aspects of the spender's demographics as stated here in point 3. So some of the examples are data classification, gender proportion, frequency distribution of data, then all the way to dispersion shape and confidence interval. So this is what we are working with in this project. So the benefits of business analysis includes 3 types of areas. Descriptive analytics, which is to understand past, current business performance from data analysis. Predictive analytics, predict future by examining historical data, detecting patterns or relationship, extrapolating these relationships forward in time. Prescriptive analytics, which is to identify best alternatives to minimize or maximize objectives. So in the next slide, we aim to share with you a table which comprises of all the data that is found in the Excel. And to better make sense of this data, we have applied the classification of business analysis based into 3 categories. Now I'll explain the 3 categories. So the first one you see, which is just gender, and that is the only category which is classified as categorical. So categorical means that this data can be sorted into categories according to specified characteristics, which is explains like male and female. And then the next one would be ratio. As you can see, age, spending, ad frequency, stereotype, and empowerment. These are continuous and has natural 0 value, which is found in an Excel sheet. These are classified as numbers and has a value to it. And the last one is actually ordinal, which is education level, income range, reinforcing and transform. So ordinal can be ranked according to some relationship. So this is how we classified the data that we have, and we have put it into use to provide a business analysis in the subsequent slides. In the next slides, you will be able to see dashboards, summary of the data broken into readable format used to develop insights. Hand over to Yvonne for this.
Thank you, Deepak. Hi, my name is Yvonne. Please let me continue on presentation on task 2. Total responder is 105 in this survey. 82% are female in pink and 80% are male in blue. Differences of percentage in both gender are large as indicated in the pie chart. This dashboard presents histogram of frequency distribution. Majority or 76 respondents are aged between 19 to 28. 24 respondents are earning between $10,000 to $20,000. It shows a downward slope where income levels are getting higher. 71 respondents are spending $500 or below each year. 72 respondents encounter around 20 to 40 numbers of beauty product advertisement daily. 77 respondents report there is over 90% of advertisements are stereotyped. In contrast, 36 respondents did not encounter empowerment advertisement in a day. 60 respondents encounter only 5% to 15% empowerment advertisement daily. On average spending, older age of respondents tend to spend more. Majority are female. 56% of female are aged between 19 to 28. Females aged below 48 tend to spend more than male, according to the trend line. Younger female may spend more on economic range of beauty product, and elder female may spend more on higher-end beauty product. From graph, average spending from female are between $533 to $1,030. Male are spending lesser. between $221 to $400. There is an intercept point of average spending during age 49 to 58 for both gender. After that, male may start spending higher than female. In education level analysis, high school diploma and undergraduate course holders are spending $1,500 or below. Degree, master degree, and doctorate degree holders are able to spend higher, such as doctorate degree are able to spend between $2,500 and $1,000 to $4,000. There is an exception of one female with high school diploma spending $5,000 per year. In income level and average spending, the graph shows an upward slope. Higher income holders are able to spend more as it could become more affordable to them. In average, females are willing to spend more than male. However, the income data of male present in very limited income range. It is encouraged to collect more data for further analysis. While comparing stereotype and empowerment advertisement, respondents encounter more stereotype advertisement in all age range. Empowerment advertisement is much more lesser. Furthermore, age between 19 to 28 or female are easier to accept empowerment advertisement. Male has higher percentage in encountering empowerment advertisement, from 7 to 15%, is higher than all the female. 59% of respondents report beauty product advertisements are highly influential, 33% are drastic, 5% are limited influential, and 3% are trivial. Young respondents in both gender believe empowerment advertisement could transform cultural gender stereotype advertisement. Female show more positive than male. Female and male who agree with it also spending more. However, there is one male is being neutral, encountering 30% of empowerment advertisement daily, spending at $400 per year. We may require more data for examination in this area. Correlation coefficients are used to examine relationship between variables. Advertisement frequency and stereotype advertisement show a very high degree of positive relationship at 1. Advertisement frequency and empowerment advertisement is lesser at 0.87. Stereotype advertisement and empowerment advertisement show positive relationship at 0.86. Income and age has a moderate positive relationship at 0.67. Income and spending show weaker positive relationship at 0.31. For other variables, it shows there is almost no relationship according to the analysis. Thank you.
Thank you to Deepa and Yvonne. I'm Eugene. As being shared by my fellow partners, Yvonne and Deepa, GMEA managed to receive response from surveys conducted. Here are the results that I would like to share more regarding to how descriptive statistics measure to summarize the main features of the data. This included central tendency, dispersion, and shape. As being shared previously by Deepa, the descriptive statistic is defined as the use of data to understand the past and current business performance in making informed decisions. As you could see from the table presented, there are 4 random examples of spending, advertisement frequency, stereotype, and empowerment are being constructed onto the task of descriptive statistic measure. You could see mean, median, standard deviation, variance, and etc., where the result of central tendency, dispersion, and shape are being shown. There you could see for spending, central tendency is 400, dispersion is high, shape is right here. For advertisement frequency, central tendency is 12, dispersion is high, shape is right here. For stereotype, central tendency is 10, dispersion is high, shape is right here. Lastly, for empowerment, central tendency is 0.03, dispersion is small, and shape is right here. Besides, here below there are 4 graphs that we would like to show how many numbers of people in relevant to the amount of spending, the number of advertisement frequency, number of stereotype advertisement, number of empowerment advertisement. These I would like to share next slide, that this descriptive statistic can be very relevant for Drout as it is interpreted by confidence interval at 95%, which we conclude the spending confidence interval, advertisement frequency confidence interval, stereotype advertisement confidence interval, and empowerment advertisement confidence interval. After each calculation, we find out that spending of confidence interval at 95% is determined as between $494 to $806. In conclusion, range of confidence interval is wide as the range of spending is large. It's recommended to have more samples for further business analysis. For advertisement frequency confidence interval at 95% is determined as between 21 to 71. In conclusion, range of confidence interval is wide as range of advertisement frequency is large. It is between 0 to 1,100. For stereotype advertisement confidence interval at 95% is determined as between 19 to 67. In conclusion, range of confidence interval is wide as range of stereotype advertisement is large. It is between 0 to 1,050. Last but not least, for empowerment advertisement confidence interval at 95% is determined as between 4% to 6%. In conclusion, range of confidence is small, considered very reliable and very meaningful for business analysis. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Dr. Martin. Hope you guys enjoy our video.